Hi guys, it's me, Mrs. Scotton. Today is Thursday, March 19th, and we're going to write an analysis for The Telltale Heart today. Yesterday, you reviewed the story, you watched a couple videos, so it should be fresh in your mind. You're going to need your author's style packet because remember we wrote down samples, examples of repetition, irony, and imagery on our treasure hunt sheet. If you don't have those, you're going to have to go back and look at the digital copy of the story, which is on yesterday's lesson, and get those because you're going to need that to write a good analysis. So as we get into this, it's a lot like what we've done before. We're just twisting the topic sentence to suit our purposes. Everyone has the same topic sentence. In his story, The Telltale Heart, Poe uses several literary devices to create horror. So we have three to choose from: repetition, irony, or imagery. The first one I did was repetition. Now think of all the creepy things he said and how many times he repeated different things in the story and how did that make it creepy and horrific. So first we're going to set up the quote and tell what's happening in the story as you choose your quote. It says, as the narrator stands at the old man's door getting ready to try and kill him, he thinks he can hear the old man's heart beating. Now I'm going to blend my quote in. It was a low, dull, quick sound, much like the sound of a watch enveloped in cotton. Next comes our explanation. You're going to explain how does this prove the claim that he makes a horror story. The repeated phrases such as the one above make the reader feel creepy and adds to the horror of the story. So far, so good, easy enough. Then we're going to use a second literary device. So I chose also Poe uses imagery to make the reader see the horror of the narrator's deeds. Think of all the different imagery examples that we saw. I mean, cutting off the guy's head, there's a lot of pretty good imagery in there. So I chose this one. As the narrator stands at the old man's door, he opens the door just a crack and looks to see if he can see the old man's eye. Now I'm going to use my imagery quote. He then shines the lantern in the room until, quote, a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. Now we're going to explain how this makes it horrific. Poe's use of imagery helps build the suspense of the story and makes us feel the horror of what the narrator is about to do. We know that he's going to go in there and kill the guy. And then finally, just a short conclusion. Poe's use of repetition and imagery help make The Telltale Heart a true horror story for the reader. So this is the version that I'd like you to follow. You have two different graphic organizers in your packet. If this is too difficult, I'm going to post the other one in Google Classroom as well, so you can use those examples. You must use different quotes than I have used and use your own word. Remember, you can choose from imagery, irony, or repetition, 2 out of the 3. Okay, always 2 claims. If you have questions, you can contact your teacher. We're around to help you. You are going to fill out the graphic organizer, and then you're going to go to your digital notebook and take a slide and type it in for us on a Google slide. Remember to put the date on top, and you can title it Literary Analysis. But as long as the date is there, March 19th, we'll know that that's the work that you were supposed to do today. All right, good luck. If you have questions, contact us. Meanwhile, we'll see you next time.